So you know Glorilla has a new album out.
Yes. I like her though.
I like Glorilla.
Yeah, I like her.
I know her.
Yeah.
Not personally, I know who she is.
Yeah.
So she came up with that album, I just think last Friday, just this Friday gone. And basically, it kind of turned into this discourse online where, because I don't know if you guys saw that she was beefing with JT like a little while ago.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was something that happened with the VMAs that she allegedly hit JT with a purse or something like that. So, and then it turned into a little back and forth with them. And like JT said something, I don't remember what the comment was, but something along the lines of do this and do that and fix up and just like do your thing, like be a good artist, something. And then since then, Glorilla has just been out of here kind of thing. And like people are basically saying that, let me actually read out the tweets. I saw it online yesterday. Glorilla is received better than JT because her personality is of light and love. JT is just, quoting, I don't agree with this, a bit of bitch all the time. Somebody retweeted saying, oh, so close. The answer was actually colorism. And people are basically saying, because this discourse happens often where it comes to like light-skinned rappers that do successfully, Ice Spice being a big one, that people are like, it's because of colorism that they're famous or successful.
That's a plant.
That
I'm
one,
sorry.
yeah, that one is.
Also, she's wearing a wig afro now.
Is she? It's not a real afro.
Guys, please, come on.
I thought that was her hair.
That's
I don't know.
I think it's a wig. I'm sorry,
I've
guys.
got no idea. I've got no idea.
And then she said she was Nigerian, but she's not.
She's not Nigerian, that's cap. Why is it always us that they try and use for some, like, I don't get why they do that.
Well, a lot of people like saying they're Nigerian because it's like
Yeah, because it's like the cool thing now. And her dad is like a whole Dominican. I don't know if you saw that, but basically she was saying her dad was Nigerian. Come to find out, her dad. Everybody ate. Her dad did a ancestry DNA test. That's where he discovered that he's Nigerian.
And also, guys, ancestry DNA, they're always like 17% Nigerian.
Yeah,
Stephen,
yeah.
Oluwa Stephen from Love is Blind.
Oluwa Stephen is
What's it, 3/5?
Yeah, 3/5
Nigerian, Congolese, and Sierra Leone, I think.
Oh, no, as well, don't forget Ghana.
No, I'm
Black
not in
Star.
Was she gone in as well?
Yeah, but I'm not in it.
No, I can't. So anybody that does a DNA ancestry test will come out partly Nigerian. Like, so I was like, how can you go around saying your dad is Nigerian based off of this? But yeah, so essentially that's always an argument where it comes to a lot of light-skinned rappers. But like they're essentially saying the reason why Glorilla has been received differently is because of that. But then a lot of people are counteracting that and saying like, no, actually JT's just mean. Like JT's just not nice to people. So I don't know where you guys stand on this whole...
I don't know about the colorism thing. I mean, I get it, because I think sometimes, listen, I'm a really big advocate for colorism. Like, I don't stand for it. Like, I try to use my platform to talk against it, and I really feel passionate about it, especially for young girls coming up, so I think it's just abhorrent. But I do think that sometimes just because there is a light-skinned person and a dark-skinned person doesn't always mean it's like a colorism situation. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're both black American women. Yeah. I don't know that it necessarily plays a part here. I saw the beefs, and I think that it's more just competitiveness about rap and clout and that sort of thing. I wouldn't necessarily attribute it to colorism in this circumstance.
Is Glorilla, like, for my concept, is she considered light-skinned? Because I don't think she is.
I mean, I would say she's light-skinned.
Like, yeah, I would consider her light-skinned.
Okay, fine.
I would consider her light-skinned.
But I think she's genuinely more talented.
No, I was going to say, that's where I agree with Audrey, because I think that I can understand when people say that when it comes to people like Ice Spice who are not talented, let's be real. Yeah, but where it comes to Glorilla, I feel like it's unfair to say that when it's somebody that just happens to be light-skinned, that is hardworking, that is putting out good music, because I can't lie, because I listen to a lot of these girls, and some... Like, you know when people say, like, oh, it's just all shit now? Like, sometimes that's not always the case, but a lot of it is not, like, of the standard that we're used to where it comes to rap music. But Glorilla, like, her album, like, genuinely one of the best that's been put out. Yeah, like, I think, like, she's genuinely made a good effort to make good music. And I can't say that for a lot of these rappers. Like, a lot of them just rest on the laurels of the fact that they have a big name or they don't really have to do that much. Yeah.
I was about to say, because sometimes I like with Ice Spice, Sexy Red, whoever, I'm like, I'm not the target audience. But even like Ice Spice, because I've seen videos of her like at festivals or whatever, and she's like literally just like they're going like that, and it's like, wait.
Have you seen that video where they asked her to freestyle and they told her to freestyle and she twerks? Girl.
And it's like, but it's not even twerking. It's like literally just going like that.
It's like she's like a robot twerker at this point. Like she's just doing it.
Robot in general.
Yeah. And I watched that TikTok series. I was hooked. I put it on 2.5 speed.
Well, the clear trapper one.
Oh,
Yes.
the whole thing.
Yeah, and then I realized.
Find out.
Because Ice Spice definitely recruited her to try and fight the colorism allegation.
Yes.
Percent.
100%.
Anybody that listened to that, and even though I know she came out and tried to defend it, it was clear as day that Clear Trapper was telling the truth.
100%.
I'll be so real, I'd never had a Clear Trapper day in my life.
No, but you know what? You might have seen her videos during lockdown because she was the one that was like explaining the difference between your.
Oh, was she? I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I used to watch her videos. I was like, she's so funny.
She is funny. I've checked it out since then. She is really funny.
She
She's
is funny.
Nigerian.
The way she told that story was so funny.
But she's Nigerian and she was saying that
Nigerian.
Ice Spice.
That's why she said that she didn't know that. Like, Ice Spice was mad at her because when they brought up to her that she was Nigerian in an interview, she didn't like correct them and say, yes, she is.
Yeah.
And I was like, but the fact that your friend, a close friend apparently, who is also Nigerian, doesn't know that you're Nigerian is giving.
It's giving you never said that you never knew
Thank
until
you.
very recently. So go
Thank
back.
you.
Exactly. Because I'm sure she would know that. So yeah.
But even still, it's not a dark-skinned black woman's place to come out and defend you. Like, why do you feel so entitled to the fact that she should have just come out and said that you were Nigerian? Like, what are you talking about? That is your battle to face. Like, it's got nothing to do with Clear Trapper.
But Ice Spice gives me the vibe of like, let me just throw a black woman in front. Like, she's definitely not Nigerian. She's definitely
not.
Dominican or whatever she is. Yeah, it's kind of
not.
like, but live in that though. There's nothing like just live in
It's
that.
not a slur, it's not a
Yeah.
crime.
And I also feel like there's something a bit weird and sinister when it's kind of like you specifically target a specific country in Africa. It has to be I'm Nigerian.
Yeah.
Like even Stephen from Love Is Blind. Oh, I'm Nigerian. It's like, oh, I'm Congolese and Ghanaian.
It's giving when. Do you remember when Talisa said like, "Oh, my dad went to the Congo"?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, what was he doing in Congo?
Yeah, like I don't think you unpacked that enough before you try.
Yeah, no, you're just talking for talking's sake. But
Yeah.
I definitely think that this JT Glorilla thing, I'm not gonna apply colours into that here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
because
no, I agree.
I see them as equal pegging.
Yeah.
As well. Like I don't see like, I mean, JT's obviously doing her thing as a solo artist, but in terms of like her City Girls like backstory and history, I think that is very like that can be applied to the situation. And you've had success. I feel like they're level pegging, so I'm not gonna do all of that.
Just one last thing I'll ask before we go back to TV stuff. So, because I remember when Latto first came out, you really were not feeling her because of the name that she had. Remember, she was Mulatto in the beginning. Yeah. Was it Clubhouse? It was
Clubhouse.
I actually don't remember. I thought it was Receive.
No, I didn't know you then.
Oh,
At that
okay.
point, it was Ashley's room actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, how do you feel about her now that, you know, at the time that all that happened, she changed her name and she came out and said that she never had any negative intentions behind the name, blah, 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 blah. And obviously now she's kind of gone on to be a success. I actually really like Latto's music as well.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about her now?
I've changed my mind completely. I love Latto now.
really?
I can't lie. I actually really like her. And to be honest, probably when I was chatting, I didn't really know anything about her. I didn't really know her
just hear the
history.
name, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Because the name was crazy.
The name was
Wild.
crazy. But the thing is, I tend to like stay out of like mixed race people's business. That's not really my thing, kind of thing. But it was like, that just means mule. Like,
It's actually more of a derogatory term to mixed race people. Yeah.
it felt like I can't rate that, but at the same time, I can respect anybody that actually she gets the learnings
And she
does
changed,
I think that's why I liked her, because I genuinely believe that she was like, you know what, I'll do better.
I genuinely believe that she used it because she just thought it meant mixed.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she is. Her mum's white, dad's black, whatever. And maybe she wasn't privy to the prehistorical context. But again, I was probably doing too much because it's really not my business. Like, it's like, that doesn't affect me. I'm not a mixed woman.
Yeah.
But I just left a bad taste in my mouth at the time, I think.
No, I hear it. Yeah, no, because it was crazy.
I became a fan of Latto when I saw her, I think it's Double XL or her freshman freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody should, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. And I was like, this girl's actually fire. No, it's the one with, it's just her, she's on her own.
Okay.
And I think she's like the only girl in this cypher. She's doing a cypher.
Oh, wow, okay.
And she did this, and I was like, she is fire.
Really?
Like, she's
Latto is one of the best rappers out. Yeah, she's really good. Because she's been doing it since she was like a teenager or something. So she's,
know
yeah.
any of that stuff about her.
Yeah.
All I know is that there's this light-skinned girl that's come out, she's calling herself Mulatto. I'm not really feeling it. Then I saw her Triple XL freshman cypher, and I was like, nah, she's actually dope.
She's really good.
She's so dope. So now I really like Latto now.
I like her as well. She just had a music video come out for the song Brokie. And I don't know if you guys saw, but like she got a little bit of backlash from that song, which I kind of think that it's a bit...
People are talking about the recession and she should
Yeah.
No, you know what? actually really annoys me about this topic is that people only pick and choose when to be upset about that where it comes to people they don't like. Because I don't know if you guys remember that even when Stormzy did that video, the Mel Made Me Do It video, loads of people were saying, I love that video. And loads of people were saying, oh my God, this is not this tone deaf. Like, we're going through one of the biggest like financial crises in the world and all you are come stepping out in white and in Prada and all that. And I'm like,
yeah, but it's escapism.
Exactly,
It's why we watch reality.
this is what annoys me is that rappers from the beginning of time have always flexed with their money. They've always like, yeah, 1 or 2 times they take a little shot at us regular working class citizens. But like, it's entertainment. I think people take sometimes that they forget that this is part of the entertainment industry. It's not actually meant to be taken that seriously. Like,
my issue is you have that energy for like Stormzy or whoever, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're in a recession, or we're going through this, that, and the other. Have that same energy for King Charles.
Exactly, the politicians.
And the politicians.
That were partying and getting lit during COVID.
Yeah.
How about that?
It's kind of like direct your energy over there. It's entertainment. It's a music video. This is like what music's about, right?
Yeah.
Everyone always complains that real music videos don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
We used to have real art, all of this. They're doing it. They're providing it.
Yeah,
They've also got budget for it.
I totally agree. I think that's a reach. I like Latto now.
Yeah.
She changed her name. She's apologised. I guess she understands why it was problematic. Again, I don't know why I was so invested because it doesn't affect.
no, like honestly, don't even say that because I get where you were coming from.
Bad taste in my mouth. But now that I've done more research and I know she's actually talented, she's not just someone that's just been given a pass because of how she looks. Like, she's actually talented. And I actually really.
She's someone that if they try and like raise up the colorism, I will actually fight for her. Because not Latto, like that's actually not fair.
Go and watch the double XL.
I need to watch that.
The double XL sci-fi.
really
She
good.
bodies that. Like bodies, and I just thought she was.
And I think, is it the one, I feel like I know which one you're talking about. I don't remember the actual freestyle, but I feel like they did some kind of magazine cover at the back of it. Yeah, if it's that one, no. Because I know she's done another one since then with like the other girls as well involved. And I really like that she does that. Like a couple rappers do bring up the other women after, I like that,
So the reason why I think I started liking her was when she obviously sampled Mariah Carey. I was like, oh,
yeah,
hello.
Mariah co-signed. It's
Mariah
Mariah
co-signing
co-signed.
Mariah co-signing her. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm involved. I'm invested. And like, I also saw something about a TikTok challenge she did.
That was the recently, that's in the Brokey video that I just mentioned. So there was a girl that worked at Waffle House that did a Brokey challenge. I don't remember what the challenge was, but they were doing it on TikTok. And she basically got fired off of that.
But then Latto put her in the video or gave her money or something, right?
She gave her money first and then she put it in the music video too.
I rate that.
Love that. Love that.
So that's why I feel like it's just stupid to get upset about the fact that, like, firstly, in the song she's talking about men, number one. Number two, and number two, I don't get why it wasn't a problem when everybody was flexing and saying that they were, like shaking hands with Donald Trump and having dinners with this and that. But now all of a sudden, we're all so sensitive to the fact that, they're calling us brokies. It's like...
But also male rappers have been calling you man broke
For
for
years.
decades.
And
saying
you were
you
never
can't...
upset about it.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I've got to get my money up. Like, and now it's a woman saying it's an issue.
Facts.
It's annoying.
Facts.